What is it, booze? Okay, sorry. See? Thank you, Tim, for our gifts. He's so sweet, such a gentleman. And that is the expectation, okay? We want to get into expectations. Unrealistic expectations versus the expectations that you have for yourself. I've recently been feeling like people feel like my expectations are unrealistic with the things of like the boundaries that I place in my life. But I honestly feel like the Lord is gonna bless me for having those type of boundaries and setting those expectations.
What are they for you?
So certain things I can't give a whole list out right now of like certain expectations, but there's certain things that I know that I would not put up with. So it's like where I see people that are married or in these long-term relationships, and I'm like, well, I know that you're going through X, Y, and Z, and I'm okay with being single right now, knowing that I'm not putting up with that bullshit. Right. Like I'm not going through certain stuff. Like that's fine. And
I agree. I mean, it's all about like standards, right? Like when you have standards and more, but it's all about having standards. I think a lot of times people misconstrue that and they think like, oh, well, you're asking for too much. No, this is what I deserve. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like what I deserve is asking for too much, especially when you can give it back. You know what I mean?
Amen. Yes.
And that's the thing with a lot of people not understanding that. It's just kind of like they put an expectation on you doing all of these things, but what about how I feel?
Yeah.
And what does that boil down to? Someone being a narcissist.
Facts. Absolute facts. I've definitely been in that bag recently of like, you know what, I feel like I'm being a good steward to myself. Yeah. And I feel like the Lord is going to bless me because of that. I feel like us as black people, thank you. I feel like us as black people, we definitely believe in like struggle love and like how much we can put up with to get to the point of where we want to be with. Like, we done been through so much together, we gotta get married. Yeah. We done been through so much together, we meant to be together.
We staying there because of the potential.
Yeah, or like and it's like, oh, I see what you can be. Yeah. No, like, I want to see it right now. And especially because at the age that we are at, if you don't got it by now, your ass just might not get it. Like, it's not like we still teenagers or young adults. Like, we're at an age right now, if you don't have it right now, you just might not get it.
So what is the cap on that, though? Like,
I know
how long do you give them to show up the way that you need them to show up? Because sometimes you have to train them, and not necessarily train them, but tell them, you know what I mean? Like, tell them what it is, especially if they are not showing up the way that you need them to, express that. And then if they're continuing to do the same thing, I feel like, okay, how many times do I feel like I have to say this to you? At what point do I just give up? Because I should not have to keep repeating myself.
You're talking too much right now.
You're talking too much. Cut it off. It's done.
I have a thought on this. When it comes to like high standards and expectations, I don't think anybody's personal standard is too high for what's right for you. And somebody recently told me that I'm too quick to cut them off, and I'm not quick enough. I give one chance.
She's a chancer. She gives chances after chances.
I really try, but I give that final chance, and it's usually and then I just don't ever talk to you again because.
So what are some of the things that just takes you to that point of like, oh no, this is not it.
I told you what I want. I told you what I need. If you
don't with those expectations, are they too high?
So we're not just talking about platonic relationships.
We're talking about friendships and relationships.
And especially when you come to your friend and like you telling your friend blatantly something like, hey, like you hurt me this type of way, or you did something to me, or say something, and your own friend, it's different. I'm not saying that we should make it different when you're in a relationship with somebody, but it is different when I'm telling my friend blatantly like, hey, you hurt me this way. You did something to me to offend me. You should be able to apologize to me in that moment. Like, it shouldn't take a whole rigmarole of us back.
We should not go back and forth.
Yes, like,
you should be able to take accountability.
Yes.
Take accountability, because what I'm saying is valid, and this is how I feel.
Right. When it comes to expectations, I feel like keep your standards high, do what's best for you, and don't let nobody play in your face. Period. And don't try to change people either. I think we were saying how
long does it
take? Yeah. And I would say it really depends on the relationship, but most times it's not worth it. Let people come as who they are. And if they don't meet the standards that you want, just cut it off.
I was gonna say, it's definitely hard to put a time limit on it.
Yeah.
But I will say, when it's come to situations for me, it's always been a situation where old folks will say, when God wants you to move, He will move you. And and I hate that it always gets to that point for me, but it's not 9 times out of 10 always that point for me, to where like it's a situation to where I cannot come back from. Like if I can't, because I respect myself too much to like come back from certain stuff. So it's always a situation to where I have to either question my own self-respect to either go back to a situation. So it's situations where it's like I cannot go back to this. Like I can't even fathom. And some women or some people go through those situations like, you know what, I can do one more time. Me, I'm not that person. Like it's certain situations where it's like you then went too damn far.
But that also aligns with like a lot of times they are afraid to leave because they don't know if they can find anyone else. Like you know, I think in certain relationships,
so you're a loser and you're ugly.
No, the partner makes them feel that way.
Yes,
like
and
I think can't find anyone else that's going to deal with them.
And I think a lot of people lack resilience. Like I feel. Like we're in a place now, and not just now, but you know, life is hard, and I feel like
especially
a lot of
with
times,
social media.
Yes, and I feel like a lot of times people allow life to happen to them instead of experiencing life and living life. You allow life to happen to you over and over and over again.
Make a choice.
Yeah, and
but it's a choice. You know what I mean? Like you have to, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you're gonna keep dealing with the same things until you recognize that. Like the thing is, like you're gonna keep turning left. Like God is telling you to turn right, but every time you turn left, you're gonna keep running into the same situations every time until you make the decision to turn the opposite direction. And but it takes time for some people to go through that in order to recognize what they need to do. And like we're all human, you know what I mean? And like you said, like you really start questioning yourself. It starts there. You start questioning this person. Is this really good for me? Do I need to be here? What do I deserve? What do I want?
What do I see this going in the next 3 years or 5 years? Like, do I really see, this going somewhere?
You know, and so then once you decide to, like, it doesn't just happen overnight, especially when you do love a person.
Okay, so speaking about love, let's talk about these modern relationships, okay?
Yeah.
Because modern day, I know I work with the kids, and I'm like, God, I feel so bad for these children. Like, these young ladies that's growing up in the world now, it's sad. It's getting scary out there. It's getting scary.
Why are they getting sassier?
Definitely sassier.
It's the internet. It's social media.
I have a couple of students. I literally just had a conversation with one of my students the other day, and I was telling him how like I can tell that you're being raised by older men, like by the way that he speaks to women. Like I always say, like you so mannish, you so man. He's always in a little girl face, but it's like that's how boys were growing up. Like you was gonna be in somebody's face, or trying to court somebody, trying to date somebody. Now these little boys, they feel like they are the prize. They want a little girl to come up to them, to date them, to court them, to ask them out, and it's like that is insane. And I feel like that's what we are. Yeah, and I feel like that's what we are with all modern relationships. It's like men are feeling like they want to be chased. And I don't want to say the sentiment of like they're the prize, because I do feel like everybody should feel like you're bringing something to the table. Yeah, so you should feel like, okay, I'm the prize here, or somebody should. But the Bible says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing." Yeah. Okay, not vice versa. He who finds a wife finds a good thing, not she who finds a husband, or he didn't take Eve's rib.
Because you're supposed to be the rib, right?
He didn't take Eve's rib to make Adam. Like it was vice versa. So it's like I feel like we're in a space now where men do not want to really yearn for a woman or chase after a woman. Or like I don't even.
But I will say a lot of times. I do hear y'all. It makes sense. Like, I guess men are in their soft era. Which is absolutely insane.
It's the hormones of the chicken.
But also, but I will say this. Women are now having these extreme expectations to where it's like, damn, you want me to do all of this, but you can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to take away because we're going to keep going back to this and we're going to go back and forth. But I do feel like some women, not all women, and I know, but I do feel like some women, like their expectations are very extreme. Like just because they see this girl on IG getting $10,000 from her man for her birthday, you expect your man to be able to do that. And since you can't do that, I'm gonna go find somebody else who can.
You know, I got two things to say to that. So number one, I feel like I will say sometimes people's expectations are based on what they see the next person doing, the next person getting. And it's unfortunate that social media is playing a huge role into what people want and desire. But too, when it comes to women having these unrealistic expectations, and we talk about this huge shift into modern dating when it comes to women, I feel like women have these expectations now because we do so much for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
If I can if I can literally support myself, do everything I want to, pay my own bills, pay my rent, do what I want to, the extras, everything on the side. If you're coming to me, you have to bring something extra to the table. What they say, I can do better by myself, but I ain't even doing bad. I'm doing damn good by myself.
Right.
So it's like
extra can't be the same amount of whatever you're doing. They're doing it for themselves as well. Like the men is doing the same.
Yes,
thing.
but I feel like men are not doing. I mean, I wouldn't just say men, but like people. Yeah, they're just not doing that. Like I'm gonna be.
Sometimes you gotta train them, but it's just not even working.
But it's and it's like they're not doing that. And I feel like the men that are, they expect so much in return, and it's actually very sick, and it gets like to a manipulative space. Like it's very hard for you to find a man that has X, Y, and Z ticking all the boxes, and they're not controlling. They're not a narcissist. They're not manipulative in certain type of ways.
They're not a bitch.
And it's like, yes. And I feel like a lot of times us as women, we come to the table with so much. So it's like we do have these expectations because as a man, y'all have these expectations. Okay, you want a woman that can cook, that can clean, that can hold a house down, but that same woman is also going to work 40 plus hours a week. Mm-hmm. So it's not like we in the 1960s. So where, you know what, you can have these expectations out of me because I'm sitting my ass at home all day. No, I'm working just like you. So It's like, I need that. It's that same give and pull. It's that same give and pull.
It is the same.
So I feel like a lot of men have those expectations of you have a woman that's waiting on your beck and call, but it's like we are putting the same amount of work as you.
And see, that's different though. And you're speaking on a specific type of woman, right? You're not speaking for every woman because every woman does not do that.
That is, but the majority. If we're talking about statistics show in America that black women. I'm talking about a black woman. I can talk about black women. Black women are the head of their household with or without a man. So whether or not I got a nigga laying next to me every single night, I'm still the head of my household. I'm still making more money. I'm still paying most of the bills. I am the head of household. Also, black women are the most educated group of people in America. And these are statistics that are showing that. So it's like, yes, a lot of times we have these conversations and the rhetoric gets pushed like not all women or not all men, but the statistics show when it comes to black women, we are the ones making more money. Mm-hmm. We are the ones that are more educated. And you got to think about what comes along, the stresses that comes along with that. And then you still want me to come home and cook your ass a fucking meal.
But would you say, I mean, yes, black women, which y'all are queens, I will never take away from that. But I do feel it's not like, it's like maybe 50-50 because you're saying we're talking about modern day women. Mm-hmm. We do have some strong black independent women who are out here dominating the fields, handling their business. Hell, even in the trucking industry, driving trucks, being truckers and all of those things. And for me, it's like, that's what's up. I love my people. But at the same time, we still have these women that's on social media who are social influencers who are not doing it. Like, expect men to do everything, but I don't cook. I don't do this. But you can't do that. But you expect me to do all of these things for you?
To go off of what you're saying, where you said Instagram girls have this expectation.
They do.
Where they don't have to cook, they don't have to clean, but they want that out of a man. I don't know if I agree with that. I feel like most women really do hold it down. Like back in the day, I would like to say every girl had a city girl phase. Every girl had a phase where it's like, I'm not doing shit, you're paying for everything. And the men were doing it. But the times have changed, the economy has changed.
I feel so bad for this.
And men are no longer hustlers and they're not going as hard. And it's like a small percentage of men that are like successful, that truly have money, that truly want to spend it on you.
Yes!
And they know that. And because they know that, now they're very sassy. And they're very sassy.
Well, real quick. Okay, so I just seen this post, and yes, the times have changed. Because I talk about going to the club. Okay, well, when we were younger, going to the club, the balls in the shot callers. Like, you weren't worrying about anything. And also, like, our parents, like, the ballers in the shot callers, when they went to the club, the girls were living it up. Like, they were truly living it up. And it's like, I seen a girl post. She's a bottle girl. and she was basically like, she works in the club, and she was saying how, please, ladies, please stop going into these men's section because I'm so tired of them posting about how y'all done drunk all that liquor, how you and your friends wasn't lit in the section, and how they tired of sponsoring the night for y'all. And it's like, that is so weird, but that is literally, how many times have y'all seen a man make a post like that? Like, damn, I done went out another night and these bitches done drunk up all my drink. Or I done went out another night and it's nothing but holes in the section and I don't know. And it's like, back in the day, men, that was what they lived for.
Yeah,
like, you literally got a section in the
that's
club.
still a thing.
Or you went, no, it's not. It's not.
Now.
It's not. As a woman, it's not. If you go to the club right now,
Coach
unless you know the promoter, that's how you going to get in the section. Back in the day, you can walk into the club, you and your girls don't have no idea where y'all about to sit, what y'all about to do. And it's a section of rich niggas like, hey, come sit with us.
Yes,
come
every
sit with us.
single time.
Every
Honestly,
single time.
and that's kind of changed.
Well, maybe y'all need to go to different places. Maybe it's where you're going. Maybe
No,
those.
you trying to gaslight
But no,
us.
okay, so because let me
It
say
does
this.
depend on the state, though.
Let
Like,
me
in
say-
Georgia, all the niggas are broke except for a small
All
amount.
the niggas are broke in Georgia.
Small amount.
Somehow at the club.
At the clubs, for sure.
Scene, at the club
No, I
scene.
will say the last time I ever was in
So
a
y'all don't
men's
get y'all own
section.
sections? Like
No, duh.
We do.
Do the nigga always have to get the
last
section?
That's not, but that's not.
The
See,
last
he's trying. And this is what niggas do. This is fucking gaslighting right here. Because we never said that. We never said that we couldn't afford it.
always
Because
have
most of the
to.
time,
No one said you couldn't afford it, but I mean,
but
it
I mean,
seems as
but that's
if like the
that's
nigga is the
changing
one we supposed to always be
Let me
one
tell
with
you
the
something.
section.
We
supposed to
never
invite
said
you
that.
guys.
We talked about how the times have changed. We talked about how these
They have
niggas are broke
changed.
and they sassy. The times have changed. We're talking about our generation. We first got.
And so where do you think that stems from? Because
Niggas
I feel like-
broke and they
No,
bitches.
let me hear
Women
this.
are more-
Because
women are more
nowadays, just how, no,
Yeah,
hear
women
that.
are more
Let me say this.
successful.
So,
Right.
and I will say this, you know, with the upbringing nowadays, like the parents, the mother knew how she was when she was growing up. And so maybe now she's instilling her son, like, baby, you don't have to do these things. You can be who you want to be. And
No, the
you can put these
problem
expectations-
is
You
the
know,
baby
no, I'm so
is the
serious.
mama.
The
The
mama is the
baby
baby.
is the
The
grandmama.
mama is
We
the
got
baby,
these
for
young
sure.
grandmamas
Yes.
that
That's
are
true.
millennials.
But I'm saying, like,
raising
maybe
these
that's because they get
to
that from them.
act how
though.
they act.
Like, how
exactly.
they act.
Oh,
too.
like, okay. I want to be so for real, because I'm talking about at the bottom level of it, because I be with the children, y'all, and I'm gonna keep doubling down on that because I see this shit every single day. And what 10 years from now, the demographic of men that we are having in our lives, right? It's one of my students. I talked to her, and I'm like, that's I can see like they're being raised by older men, or like I can tell that you're being taught how to be a gentleman. What we're talking about of like just going to the club and men not inviting girls to the section or buying a drink or whatever the case may be, that is like at the level of where we're at now. But I'm talking about at the smallest level of like,
No, I get it.
men aren't even teaching their children to buy their girlfriend stuff or to do for their girlfriends. Or when your friends down bad, there's now time. Back in our day, we went out, one of our friends didn't have food or money for food, we got you. Now these men, this nigga don't got no fucking money. This broke ass nigga.
So
like pointing at
It's a
them. It's
different
like
time,
it's
for
a
sure.
different time.
Yeah.
It's like it's down to the most simple level of like men are just not as caring, as giving as they used to be. No, not saying that us as women when we go out, because 9 times out of 10 when we go out with my friends, we are getting our own shit. But it's like it's the simple fact that like times have truly changed. If a man has money or he has access to certain things, he is more sassy, or he feels like you have to give him something in return to get these things.
No, I agree.
It's been plenty of
It's
times
a
where-
scarcity mindset.
or it's like a
They know there's less, like they know there's less men that are on the level that they're on, so they feel like they can do whatever.
A hot
act whatever.
commodity in a sense.
Yeah.
But so, and that's the thing, like maybe just playing devil's advocate, because I do know that it's definitely a different time and niggas are expecting way more from women. Absolutely. But I just can't sit here and agree with it's like majority of all men, because there are some gentlemen still out there
Oh, there
who
are.
take care of their
They
women.
broke,
You know
though.
what I mean?
and I'm not trying to be like, but no, it's
So
they are.
the niggas that the good niggas are broke.
I ain't gonna say bro.
That's what Mirelle just said.
It's I will say we're in scary times now on both ends of the spectrum. We are in scary times. Like we are in scary times. Like it's like women out there that are giving their all, that are getting stuck with
Just
horrible
giving
ass
it out.
men, and then there are good men out here that I'm like, damn, like it is some horrible down low,
So I guess it's
skeezer ass women. Can I tell you a story? Okay, I'm just gonna use just a scenario, right?
I got a scenario.
So one of my friends was telling me about. He's also a really good guy, and I hate that he gets caught up with a whole bunch of floozies. But he was telling me a story about how basically one of his coworkers was dating this girl, and she was short on her rent. And he was like, I mean, should I help her? Like, we just started dating. Should I really help her? Mm-hmm. And my friend was like, man, just go ahead and help her. Like, go ahead and help her. He was going to send her a certain amount. And my friend was like, no, just round up and send her this another amount, right? So he ended up sending so the guy ended up sending the money to help her for her rent, even though he was second guessing it. And literally the next day, he seen her post on Instagram. It was a picture of a stripper pole. And like she had bought a stripper pole and was like, okay, let's try this again. Who want to join my close friends? And basically, like she was like, I guess like letting people pay to join her close friends. So then he DM'd her and was like, okay, now what is this? Like this what we on? Like this is the type of foolishness that we doing? And she was like, man, you being insecure. It's not even that deep. Whatever the case may be. That's absurd. So when I talk about the city girl rhetoric of like, that's crazy. Like when you know you have a good man, somebody that's trying to pour into you, somebody trying to, help you when you down bad, and that's what you do in return. Now, hold on, I'm gonna let you respond to that. But I will also say there's been times where I have male friends that ain't shit, or male friends that have other male friends that ain't shit, and be like, you know what, like, oh, he don't pay no bills, or girls just letting him move in. He don't do nothing. He be, laying the low, spreading it wide, and just girls let him move in. He don't do nothing. He don't supply nothing. Don't give towards anything. There's a lot of men that I know that's living scot free in another woman's house or ride another woman's car and don't contribute anything to it. That's a lot of men. What you got to say?
So I definitely. But the thing is, you told two different scenarios, right? You spoke to a man who had been damaged by a female that he helped out, went out of his way to help out in her time of, he thought was in her time of need. And you see how that could have really messed with him to the point where it's like, women they ain't shit. Like I'm about to, I'm about to fuck over them like they fuck over me. So you have to look at it like that. It's kind of like, well, damn, like I went out of my way to help this person and she fucked me over. So you have to understand how his mentality may have switched after dealing with that.
Right.
And then, yes, but there are men who are out here using females for what they have, sleeping on couch, like, just dealing with them to get something out of it.
My thing is that the difference between men and women is that women don't weaponize being a good woman. That's the fucking difference. That's it right there, okay? I just feel like women don't weaponize being a good woman. I feel like men weaponize being a good man. Like, what? I got a good job. I got a career. I got that. I'm a high quality man.
So what you gonna do for me?
Yes. It's like for me but a good majority. Like, we gotta be real here. Yeah. And it feels like with women, we don't weaponize being a good woman. It's like, I'm a good woman, so nigga, get on your knees and fucking take care of me. It's like, I'm a good woman.
Some women are like that, though.
But my thing
I'm a good woman, so you need to do this. Like, you need to be the man that I want you to be.
But that's not the same. But that's not the same thing as I'm a good man, or I feel like I'm weaponizing my manhood or me being a quality man by saying that I'm gonna treat women like shit, or I know that there's not a lot of men like me.
But also, they may treat that woman like shit because of how they've been treated. And not saying that it's right. But I mean,
I wanted to stay on the point that I'm saying.
It's not right.
Okay, so what I'm saying
it's not normal either.
It's not
be that way.
And I feel like that, but we have to be 100%. And I don't know if that's because of the time that we're in, because of social media, or
it plays a part.
Yeah, but it's like us as women, or women in general. I feel like we don't weaponize. Okay, I can cook, I can clean, I work. Okay, now I'm going to be out here and treat men like shit because I know I can take care of my own. No, I feel like I don't feel like a lot of women. I don't feel like women.
Rare.
That's extremely rare. No, I don't feel like
I don't know one single woman
that does that. But I don't think that women move like that. I don't think that. And I'm talking about women.
Not all men move like that.
I don't think that women move in a way of like, I'm a good woman, so I'm going to treat men like shit. I think women move in a way of, I'm a good woman, so I'm just going to avoid men completely. I'm not going to deal with men because I can do better with myself. I feel like the difference between women and men when it comes to that is like, I'm a good man, so I'm going to weaponize that because I know there's not a lot of men out there like me. I know there's not a lot of men out there providing and doing the shit that I do that can take you on trips or can give you money for your rent. So you know what?
But that's a specific type of man that we're speaking about.
But yes, it is. But I feel like But when I talk about weaponizing, it's very rare for you to find a good woman and like, you know what? Since I'm a good woman, I'm gonna go out here and treat men like shit. I'm gonna go out here and do et cetera, et cetera. I truly have never heard that because I feel like there is so many women out here that you can find that cook, that clean, that have a job. It's very rare, and I will say
3 for 3. They can't be going 3 for 3.
and it's just my personal opinion, because it could be different for different people. But when it comes to weaponizing it, like I'm going to use it as a badge of honor so I can use it to shit on other people. I don't feel like women do that. I feel like
so let's find an example. What about, how do you feel about Natalie Nunn?
So I feel like, but I feel like her man gets a kick out of that because there's no way. So okay, I do because there's no way that Natalie be doing what she do.
Because she does a lot and she act as if like she don't cook, she don't clean. Didn't she rap about that in her
that was
song?
Cardi B.
Well, her too then. Well, I don't think that's Cardi though. I definitely with Natalie. Like I just don't. She acts as if she does not do anything, and this man just takes care of her.
But
like,
guess what?
She's bringing home a check. So
she is, but my thing is, women do that all the time. I mean, that's women's lives all the time. Well, I haven't seen a situation to where Natalie has went out there and be like, "Fuck my husband" or some shit like that. You're saying that she's the breadwinner and he's at home taking care of the house. That dynamic is with women and men just by, flipped all the time. If it was a situation to where she was like literally out here, like, even though folks do be saying she be having her little shits on the side, we ain't never seen it. We ain't never seen none of her little boos, like.
She respects her husband.
Yeah, so it's like that's the line that I will say that there is women out there that do make the money or hold it down, and we really don't never hear of their man, like they just don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's a little different when it comes.
But what I'm saying now is that on both parts, people weaponize what they have to offer, men and women. So it's kind of like, and I get how. And also, we have to recognize the people that we surround ourselves with to allow them to make us feel that, or where we really see it at, right? Like, where do we see men doing that the most? But where we see women doing that the most, because also where it stems from, like. People honestly, it all stems down to social media and what people see and what they feel is like, oh, well, if they can do it or if they can treat people like this and get all of these things, well, I should do it too because I deserve it. You know what I mean? And it's a thing of what people think they deserve. Well, I deserve this, so I'm going to handle you this way to get what I want. And I don't always, like, it's on both parts. I'm not saying that men don't do it because I've seen men do it too.
You know what? I'm just gonna agree to disagree. I feel like we both have valid points. Yes, we both have valid points. And I don't. We'll be here all night.
Wrong.
But
this is the person who said good guys are broke, but I digress. This conversation would definitely be, we could definitely go all night. And I wish I had another guy's perspective because I'm over here getting chewed the fuck up.
We are not chewing you up.
Yeah.
We're spitting you out.
Now, have you ever been a spitter?
I am so excited for you guys to have a great Valentine's Day with your gals, by yourself, with your man, whoever. And like and subscribe. And Baddies will be back.
But Baddies will be back. We have been consistent. Okay, consistency is key. This is our 3rd drop. Yeah. We're only in the 2nd month of 2026. So
this
I'm
is so exciting. Me too.
Well, I guess it's kind of like get out the mud too. Like
yes.
So I appreciate it.
Definitely get out the mud. X the Baddies. Okay, this is a collaboration.
It's a collab.
I just love it.
And it's all love.